Hi guys, how are you all doing today on this miraculous Tuesday? It is the 18th of October 2022. And why did I say miraculous? I think because I said marvelous yesterday and I was about to say marvelous. And I'm like, what's another M word? Miraculous. It's always a miracle, right? That we wake up. Who does it? I know the answer. Hope you do as well. Thank you for joining me here on Ophiuchus and Me. I appreciate you all so very much for coming back by to see what's up with the vibe today. So guys, first and foremost, thank you so very much for all of your support and your contribution to the growth of this channel. And if you're here with me today and you have done any of those things, thank you so very much to you. And if you're new, thank you as well for stopping by here today to see what's good, to see what's going on, to see how I get down over here. Well, you see me grabbing a oracle, and that's what I do first. I grab an oracle and try to start the energy with this oracle, and I kind of go from there. And after the oracle, I get some index cards. After the index cards, I do 3 decks to try to get a full story to see what I see. Yesterday's read was probably one of my craziest reads ever, trying to really figure out what the heck these cards were trying to tell me. So, you know, I am not like full-blown seasoned, guys. I've only been reading for like a year, so you know, I get challenged with challenging reads sometimes. Well, actually, yesterday was like my first like, I've had them, yes, along the way, but yesterday was really challenging to me, but I got what I got from it. So however the case, thank you for rocking it here with me. Thank you for your time and your energy and your support. And yeah, so let's get started. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you guys are all staying safe, and hope you guys are just trying to be as healthy as you can be and making good, conscious decisions for your life, your future, your family. You know, but also living in the moment and enjoying life for what it is, you know, and yeah, just enjoying it, you know, and trying to understand where it is or where you're going. And here it says cracked open. It says rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So for some of you out there that maybe haven't been through any, like, I've never had this card before, I'm just talking off the top of my head, I do that a lot. So for some of you out there, maybe you've never even hit rock bottom before. Maybe you don't even know what it's like to experience such difficulties, you know, and feeling like you're just split in half, you know, or when you come across real difficult situations, you know, and you got to pick and choose between family or yourself, or you know, things like that. And the alchemy of life, just the change of things and how things can go and operate. But anyway, those are just my own words, my own way of seeing it. Let's see what the book says, and so we can continue with the read. So it says here, guys, cracked open. I'm trying to get it to where you can see the words. Let me turn it up just a little bit. If you guys have never been here before, I am like really gung-ho about you being able to see what's on the cards as I put them up, so you could see, so you can follow along, so you can read for yourself as well. So you know, it's just better to see with your own 2 eyes. So however it says, cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Don't let the weight and death oh god, I can't read today, excuse me. Don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit. Let me turn that down just a notch. It came in kind of loud there. So don't let the harsh things of life come in and crush your spirit, okay? Instead, let it call even more of it home. Instead, let it call even more of it home into your body. At the center front of your life. It's through the extreme pressure of life's trials that diamonds are cultivated. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It's through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Ooh, it's supposed to be gold anyway. My nail. Sorry, guys. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow and leap and bounce, and in ways we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. So surrender to the process. It's how the light gets in. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happened for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Wow. So yes, our troubles, if we allow them to mold us in a sense, we kind of learn how to get over them. They were like a lesson, a blessing. It said, bless the person that put you to them. Thank you very much. You allow me to see X, Y, and Z, Excuse me. And it says chocolate men are her type. Can you read that? So, maybe you dated outside your race before, and some people did you wrong, and you were like, you know what, I never can do that again, or whatever. Who knows? It's different for everybody. Everybody has their own things that have cracked them open, things that they have experienced, in life, and that they'll say, you know what, well, maybe not even never say never, or I'll never do that again, but you're maybe a little bit more cautious or something like that. And maybe that was a bad example, because everyone can't get categorized by, your nationality or your color or something like that, because that's just crazy. But some people do, like, I'll never date a Mexican, I'll never date a black guy again, I'll never date a white guy, I'll never date an Asian, people do it. So maybe one person likes one more than the other. Maybe she dated a lot of Mexicans, or I don't know. I don't even know why I said that, but I guess I said it because it's out there, So it is what it is. There are a lot of different things that we run into in life, and everyone's story is different. Everyone will get cracked open one way or the next with different things, losses of jobs, and you're trying to figure out how are you going to make it, and you had to go on county or the welfare or whatever they call it, for a little time being. You never said never, I'll never do that, and you ended up in that place, and they're like, what the heck, I never thought, life life has a way of teaching us lessons, you know, and learning from certain things, you know, meeting people, all different types of things, you know. You just really never know. And if you stay open to receiving life as it comes in, well, and knowing, you know, having faith and trusting in God that you will be moved along right where you need to go, and allowing that, you know, life really is like one great mystery book, you know. But you have to really kind of, like I said, be cracked open, let the Holy Spirit in, and be willing to be moved. So, yeah, appreciate you guys. So here we go. Let's, wow, the first card is amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, today's gonna be an awesome read. I mean, I think all of them are. Yesterday was just a little complicated, but I still enjoyed it, trying to get to the bottom of it, the core of whatever I was trying to pick up. So, however the case, guys. Wow. I love these cards coming out for you today. Ooh. You have two cards saying the same thing. So, yeah. One more time. Okay. And it's funny, I'll hear it one more time, and then when I do it and I stop, I'll hear it one more time. And that's it. Okay. Here we go. So someone may be a college student or thinking of going back, you know. Maybe you had to stop, you know, and get yourself together. You know, had to work, had to figure out some things, had to help out the family. You know, there's a lot of different things that will crack you open, you know, and one thing after the next, you know, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what else can happen, you know, something that you don't really want to happen like that, you know, but it's not really in your control necessarily, you know. I mean, to a certain extent, like I said, maybe you stopped going to college to help out your family. Well, I mean, you could have been stingy and like, no, I'm not going back to work. That's your issue, you know. But you love your, I had it in here. I had dad. That's why I said that. Like, you love your dad, you know, and you're like, he broke his leg or something like that. I can't just, you know, leave him out in the cold, you know, like I'm gonna have to like miss this semester or whatever. It would push me back a little bit, but you know, sacrifices, you know, like certain things you'll learn through time, you'll end up sacrificing, and then sometimes it becomes just too much, and you're just like, oh my gosh, you know, like what am I doing for me, you know? But all along they were just lessons, you know, and pushing you into certain areas to have you where you're at, wherever you're at when you crack. It's hard to explain, but if you follow along, you followed along. So it says here, go outside and get some sunlight. I am definitely doing that when I get outside, or after I finish this, I'm going outside. It's 2:11 p.m. right now, and yeah, here we go. Woman of virtue, respect for yourself, and respected by many because you've been through and you've been cracked open. People seen you crack and seen you climb your way back up to the top. And it looks like there's a heart here. You see? So that's, you know, love. You know, you're loving yourself. You never give up on yourself. You have all this external love from the angels and the spirits and God. Producer, I don't know. Maybe you want to produce something. And maybe you want to produce your own story. You know? It is possible. Don't ever think that it's not. Have high expectations. Beautiful. He wants to take you out on a real date. I had an old guy friend of mine call me not too long ago, and he was talking about how much he missed me. Maybe that's for me. Maybe he wants to take me out. Well, I live far away now. How serious is it? The name starts with the letter Q. Okay. You are a gem to them. Okay. And here we go with the Try Me card. That's my God card. Like, just give God a try. Try him. Try me. Alright? But, you know, stick to your beliefs and what you believe in. Most importantly, don't let others coerce you. But, you know, if you're willing to listen to something that sounds good, always have an open ear. Keep your vision, okay? Keep the vision alive. Listen closely. There's that culinary art. Someone likes to cook, bake, create. Self-love is the best. You never stop loving yourself. And you love people too. You're a humanitarian. You here in the north ends of things? I am. Hi, how you doing? Name starts with the letter O. I had that yesterday, I think, or the day before. Prayer is always needed. On everything, we don't need prayer, you know? Say, oh, God, thank you. The best is yet to come. The future is going to be great. Just believe it, and it shall be. You're really low-key. Not a lot of friends. Maybe a lot of children, multiple children involved. Here it is again. Self-love is the best love. You have that twice. And that makes you beyond capable, okay? And learn from one another. This was the first card that came out, and I was like, wow. Transformations are happening fast. Embrace the truth. I need to rewrite on some of these, and I forget. So here you have Dad. I talked to my dad today, too, so maybe 2 of those are for me. And like I said, maybe, you know, you come across situations where, you know, you have to help out family, and, you know, you have to make these hard decisions and sacrifices, and you're like, why me, why me? But in the end, like, was it yesterday, right, with the I am card, like the reflection, like you showing that you would be this sacrifice and you love so much, things are naturally just going to come back to you just because you really had good intentions behind things. So here, Mexican food lover, you love Mexican food? It says God loves you. Go on and let it out. Cry if you need to. Or cry if need be. Sorry. And maybe you like to jog. I need to go and jog. But anyway, guys. Let's start with this here. With these here decks. So either this is someone that has been through this and you're kind of like, yeah, that sounds like my story, or someone is going through something like this, you know, like right at the tipping point of cracking, you know, like you didn't think life was as difficult, or, you know, you're in the middle area after cracking and trying to really embrace the love and understanding that it's just more than you, it's bigger than you. So, I'm going to start here with that. Because, you know, your possibilities are endless. Okay? What the heck? This table, I need a new table. It's making so much noise. Your possibilities are endless. Okay? And, just like the sky, the universe, you know? And, endless possibilities. But it's all about the way that you perceive things. I think that was the other card yesterday with the I am, perceptions, you know. It's all about how you perceive. And if you tell yourself that everything is for a good reason and everything is bigger than you, and you know that, you know, God won't lead you astray just for the sake of just leading you astray, and all you've ever done was try to help and, you know, be assertive with good intentions and things like that. Why would he lead you astray if you're not doing anything wrong, you know? And all you know that you need and look for is guidance and good things to happen, you know. So however, guys, let's see what these cards tell us. Yeah, this is the first deck, so let's see what we get. And I appreciate you if you are still here with me right now. Thank you so very much. I am here every day doing daily reads for Ophiuchus here on this channel. Ophiuchus and me every day, guys. I don't care if I do that video at 11:50 when I clock on like I'm at work. When I click on the start on my computer, I know that it was for that day. I'm gonna get to it before I call it a night. So best believe you'll have one for each day. So, and if not, that means I ran into a real situation or some sort of emergency. And still, I can't say that. I was going to say, still, I have, like, you know, phones and things. I can, if I'm away on vacation or something, I'm gone for a day or two, I can still do a video really quickly, you know. Like, that's nothing, like, a couple good minutes, you know. But in emergency cases, when things happen and take your mind and your energy away from things that are not as important, you have to prioritize, right? I mean, so we all get that. But, you know, God forbid anything that serious happens, you know. I don't live a stressful life, you know. My dad's in a whole nother state. I can't get to him if I wanted to. My mom is already gone, you know. I mean, so it's like, what, I have my children right here. My oldest is down in LA with his dad. I mean, so it would only be for that, you know. And like I said, God forbid, you know. So, and it fell, and I have to leave it there because that's where the first card goes. So I'm gonna take this down now so we can see what's at the bottom though. 4 Cups, abundance. I wasn't ready though. That's interesting. Let me just go just a couple more times to see what's at the bottom. I'm gonna leave that card there though, because the way it just flew out and landed right where I needed to go. And this is the Page of Pentacles. So you could be in a space right now like where you're starting all over, or maybe, you know, where you're starting fresh on something. She has like a lot of fruit, like maybe you're starting a business or something like that. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know why I always have so many belches. I didn't drink any soda. Maybe you're learning how to work with small increments of things, you know. Something is just in a very smaller space of money and coin at this time. So it had, like I said, at the bottom when I first started, it had a 4 Cups. So maybe you're not really like too interested in like love or something right now at this time. You know that it will come around. You have too many other things going on in your life that you're trying to balance out and sort out at this time. But like I'm just figuring like maybe you're young or something like that, and you're, you know, just like trying to focus on yourself. 6 of Water, which is working with someone. 5 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So 5 of Wands is stress, competition, working with people, so on and so forth. And the 6 of Cups is people that you know, relationships of some sort. So you may be having some tough times with people that you know right now. Yeah. Hold on, guys. Try and get this bottom card because something, I had to keep going. Something was telling me something. something else is at the bottom. I need to continue. Okay. Now I have a daughter of air, which is Page of Swords. So, right, like you're in this beginning stages of something where you're really, it says transformations are happening. Things are happening, and you're in the bottom space of things, like your money. You know, maybe you're not that educated about something. Maybe you're trying to learn something about something, and you don't really want to talk about a lot of different things. Yeah, like you're in a hermit space, you know, where you're just basically yourself and God. You're trying to come to learn yourself more, be educated about things, and then here you have the Judgment card. So because you're in such this tight space with yourself and God, and trying to not lose it, okay, with how you feel and what all is going on, you love yourself so much, though. You bring yourself joy if no one else does. And like I said, you didn't allow this energy to break you down. You have a Three of Swords here in reverse. At the bottom it says doubt. You don't have any doubt in your mind of how strong you are, how much love you have for yourself, how much love God has for you. You're trying to hear. It said, listen carefully. You're literally trying to keep your ears wide open. Here is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So usually that's the card that speaks about, like, you know, the super confident woman that's out there just doing things, wants to be seen. She's always seen, you know, what's the word? Irresistible. Everybody wants her. Very attractive, you know, just like the, you know, like a superstar and a librarian, you know what I'm saying? Which one do you think the Queen of Wands is? You know, like the superstar, you know what I'm saying? So maybe right now you're not feeling like that about yourself. You know, like, gosh, you know, like I got so much work to do on myself, you know, like, but that's okay because you're in reverse at this time. But it could flip back around the other way. You know, you're just going through a transition at this time. Okay. So here you have the Knight of Wands next. So yeah, you're really just not feeling like your old self, like who you are. Like you're trying to find yourself again. You're trying to find all the importance of life and how you're supposed to come across and the things that you've sacrificed for, and or the people you've sacrificed for, and where that's gotten you. And you know, you're probably questioning yourself as to why you feel like this. Here you have the Five of Wands now in reverse. Okay, so I guess once you totally completely came into yourself and realized that these things kind of just happen, you know, you didn't allow them to stress you out. And then you have here the King of Pentacles. So there's someone in your life that is very successful, that has their stuff together. It could be your dad, you know, and he's trying to help you get yourself together or something like that because of the things that you've been through. You know, bad relationships, you know, maybe you lived with a boyfriend or something, or a girlfriend. Oh no, well, we did have the Queen of Wands in reverse, so you know, I'm gonna just say I'm speaking to a female. So, you know, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and it says inner order. So like you feel out of sorts. You feel like you're not competent enough to do or go forward. Like, like you don't have enough money, like things are just not going in your favor. Although you're staying in a secluded section of yourself, maybe even away from others, where you're just really trying not to focus on all of that, at the same time. Like, because you love yourself, you're just kind of out of sorts, and you're trying to find your way back. You're trying to get back on balance again. You're not heartbroken about any type of relationships or anything like that. It's just that, well, you've been through things, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it was a relationship. It just says hurt. And I always refer back to when I have this card, I look at those feathers. Like people using you. Betraying you. Oh, God, excuse me. And who knows in what type of way. I mean, it could even be, oh, God, it could be like anything, you guys. It could be your own family, your own friends, people just taking advantage of you, like knowing that you don't have any children or something like that. And, like, oh, they have a pretty decent job, I can go over there and borrow $100, and never give it back. Like you're just, like you're not in need. Excuse me, just because you don't have any children or something like that. Like, what? Like, don't. Are you just over there assuming? However the case, you have what it takes. You got the magic touch, and also you are allowing the real true magic, which is God, to come in and minister and guide you through the next levels. Without that guidance, without the judgment of the Most High, how are we supposed to move? How do we move? We don't get a certain, like, okay, or a pass or whatever. We think we're just doing stuff on our own, or we think things just happen just because. No, they don't. Even when you're in your times of struggle, even in your times of struggle, you have that inner peace. You only have this inner peace because you know that there's a God. You don't know where you're gonna end up when you're struggling, but you know that something's going to happen for you, especially if you're continuously trying to work on yourself. Not everything falls out the sky. Not, everybody's just going to be like, oh, I see you're over there struggling, you need $100, like my mom saw me struggle every day, God bless her soul. She never fronted, you need $1,000, you need, I mean, she may not have had $1,000. Do you need $100, like, even though she knew how honorary I was, always trying to, like, take care of myself. She never offered either, so you sometimes have to ask. You may have to humble yourself, and ask someone that you never wanted to ask, Maybe you feel that you don't have anybody that you can ask. And that in itself too can be rough. Maybe you feel that you don't have any real true friends out there. And here you have the Lovers. So I don't know, maybe this has something to do with the person that you were with. Maybe the King of Pentacles. Maybe that was somebody that was not on your side. Well, no. It says Five of Wands in reverse. So, maybe that is the person that's on your side. Not too sure in terms of Lovers. I don't know why I'm yawning. I guess I'm tired. And Lovers is making a decision to be with someone or to be involved in love with yourself, or, you're choosing one thing over the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I love getting my sleep, but I love exercising as well. Or you can't have both, so which one? I mean, you could. I mean, maybe that wasn't a good example, but you get what I'm saying. So anyway, at the bottom you have the Devil card. Well, Good God Almighty. At least it's over here at the bottom. So you know that the devil exists, and you sometimes are a little worried. I'm imagining that he kind of has a stronghold on you. Because of the things that you've been through, because of where you still are. And trust me, that's possible. But it's called a test. And you're probably right at the freaking finish line like the other day. And you have to figure out, like, no matter how good it looks, no matter how much, you think that this person loves you or whatever, situations come about. And you have to really question yourself on what is that? Is that something really for me? Is it not for me? What am I doing here? How did I get involved with this? What was it based on? Like, you have to really start analyzing, yourself and your life, to a T, to kind of understand where you want to be. Who do you want in your life? Who do you want there for you? So, however, guys, let's continue. This is the second deck, okay? Let's see what these cards tell us. And yeah, don't worry about anything. And I really feel like I'm talking to someone that's on the younger side, like 25 or younger. Because life is, trust me, you guys, life is going to be a challenge every day. Every day you're presented with something that's going to challenge your time. It's going to challenge your patience. Challenge your nobility, your honor, any and everything. It's a challenge to see where you stand. God is going to challenge every single last one of us to the day we die. Okay, so or unless you've shown that much dedication and understand where you are thus far, you know what I'm saying, and how you got there, and really praise and honor Him, and you get what I'm saying. But every day is still a challenge, even for those who have gotten to that point, that totally understand and totally do, and respect and honor and praise and all those things. You still have a test. They may not be as big or as severe as the other people that still have major lessons to go through, but there are still tests. Okay, so you're not out there alone. It's just that you have to go through the growing pains, as I like to say. Okay, and you'll be all right. Just keep loving yourself and know that you are loved, and continue to pray, and you will get through this. So let's see what's at the bottom of this deck, so we can proceed, you guys. And so I can go outside and get that sunlight, because I definitely do need it. And have a nice watermelon and pineapple treat for all my puppies out there. They're going to be super excited. Okay. They love fruit. Alright, here we go. Should put some oranges in that bowl too. I think I am. A couple oranges, even though they had some oranges last night, but it's all good. Alright, here we go. Bottom of the deck, guys. Let's see. Two of Cups flew out, wasn't ready. So, you may be in this love situation with this person that is, like, in a higher ranking than you, that has elevated. And maybe sometimes that even gets you from time to time. Like, am I involved with someone for the right reasons? Do they really love me? Are they going to leave me because I'm not, on the same status as them? You know, it looks like this person is helping you though. Okay, now you have a 4 of coins, which is holding on. Looks like she has a stash. Like, I hope nobody find. Oh, she's in the wings of this. I don't know, look like a vulture or something, but whatever type of bird that is, she's like in their wings, hiding. Like for protection. So interesting, as I just said, you know, you have this guy, looks like he wants to help you out. Is it for protection? Are you holding on to him for protection? Do you really like this person like that you say or think that you're in love with? Or do you just love the fact that they kind of spoil you, baby you, and helping you? Okay. I don't know which one it is, but here I have the 9 of Swords first. Oh, I think it was at the bottom of the deck. I think so. Yeah. So, however, yeah. So here you have the 9 of Swords. I could have sworn I had it here. So you... Okay, I guess I didn't. So anyway, you've had people oh, I'm tripping. I'm looking right at it. I keep going over it. It's right here. 9 of Air. Lord have mercy. I was looking for feathers. I'm like, where is that card? I know I had. So here. Right, so you've been through these situations. I always look at this guy here. I look at it like a family member. And he's like in so much like what's the word I'm looking for? Disappointment. Like, he's disappointed in himself. Like, because he can't believe that he like betrayed like his own sister or something like that. Like, that's his wife, and you know, she's looking like, damn, I didn't know she was like angelic and had powers and stuff like that. Like, you know, here it was, we were trying to use her or whatever because she, you know, she don't have no children, or you know what I'm saying, and you made up whatever lie, and, you know, like just crazy stuff. And you still rising to the top, you know, despite all of the crap that you've been through. You may feel like, you know, not in the best places at times, but with the amount of love and respect that you have for yourself, you will be able to go on ahead and paint your own world. It's going to take some time. You have some more trials to go through, you know. We all do, or I just said that. But you will be able to get to a point where it's better controlled, okay? And you learn how to leave certain things alone, and leave certain people behind, sacrifice things here and there to say, I can't do that, you know. I'm sorry, I love you, but I just can't, you know. And it's going to definitely take time, okay? It's not something that could just be done overnight, okay? Learning how to maneuver like that, okay? It's just not something that is done overnight. So here you have the Magician twice. Okay, the number 1 here and the number 1 right there. Okay. So you like I said, you have a special calling on your life at this time, and it's calling you to go through things, or you just went through something. but God is with you, and you are with God. You're in this space right now where you're really just trying to understand operations of how heavens move, in a sense. But you won't know everything, but you're trying to get more acquainted with that. Okay. So here, you have the Four of Swords in reverse here. Like I said, you're not really worried about this whole like love thing, and you know, there's so much pain from relationships. It's not any of that, because you have the Three of Swords in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. You're not protecting your heart about anything. You know who you are. You know who God is, and you're moving along. And it looks like you have this person that's in your space to help, but you are worried about, you know, deception and lies and the devil, and is this person really for me, and all of this. And you have that Page of Swords, you have the Page of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles, and you had the Page of Swords when we first started at the bottom of the deck, right? So you may not even know how to ask this person these types of things, and you're just like, oh, let me just go along with it. Now you have here again the Page of Coin, which is this card here. Okay, so that is where you are right now. You're in a space where your money is not where you want it to be, but the sun will shine. Okay, yes it will. Yes it will. Trust me, it will. And you being an Ophiuchus, okay, you have the powers to kind of heal yourself, and that's what you've been doing, loving yourself. Love heals. And so if you remember these things, right, and don't go off the path, it's gonna get rough. Oh, it's gonna get rough. But don't get off of that path. I mean, it may be so damn rough. You may have to. I've been there. I was talking to a coworker the other day. Like, there was a phrase that I used to say all the time when my children were like 2 and 3, and I have to go to work, and I'd be, like only eating like beans and rice and spaghetti for dinner, and only like oatmeal or eggs and toast for breakfast, and that was it. You know, there wasn't, and maybe like some apples and granola bars or something like that. There was no extra fancy food, nothing for years. You know, and one of my favorite sayings, because I live paycheck to paycheck, I'd say, you know, someone asked me, oh, can you come here, can you do that? And I used to braid hair on the side, you know, to try to make ends meet, you know, when I could. Oh, can you come braid my hair? I said, honey, I cannot come to you. I only got 2 lines of gas. And when I say I only got 2 lines of gas, I mean I only have 2 lines of gas. It's almost on E. And I have to get to work tomorrow, and hope and pray that I get home tomorrow and my check clears or something like that. I mean, there were so many times where I was just running on faith, you know. So it gets there. It goes there. And God will test you to see how far your faith runs, how much you believe in Him. So, however the case, you guys, this is the 3rd deck. I appreciate you all for being here with me today on this beautiful, wonderful Tuesday. It is 2:46 p.m. now, and on the timer it's 48:36. Interesting, almost a whole hour. That means I've just been yippity yapping. It's all good. I'm not tripping. So, if you're still here with me, I appreciate you so very much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, please, and thank you. And of course, only if you like. I appreciate all the gestures, all the love, all the support, and thank you. So here we go. This is the 3rd deck, guys, and the sun will shine. It will. Keep on believing and don't give up. It's part of your story, all right? It is part of your story, honey. And go on ahead, make it into a movie. Write about it. Let the world know that, you know, hey, you could learn from me, like how I'm here trying to give little tidbits about what I've been through. Had that card out there, learn from one another, okay? And yes, you are going to be transforming and moving and doing things And if you are with someone that has more money than you, and you're worried about if this is right, or do they really love me, and will it last, and he's helping me, and is he only helping me for, you know, sexual pleasures, reasons, or, you know, is he really genuinely here, and you don't know how to word it or ask him because you're actually like, I'm not going to just say liking the help, but you're appreciating it, you know, in whatever way it's coming through, you know. It's just part of the story, you know. You could sit and analyze that as much as you like, you know, and maybe then gain the courage eventually to step it up a notch and, you know, ask him Knight of Swords and come to the level where you want to start to communicate, or a Queen of Swords and you just tell it like it is, or say and ask or do whatever you feel you need to do. So anyway, you will be all right. Here we go. Bottom of the deck. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah. You're sitting inside of a lotus. You have a lot of strength. A lot. You've been through a lot of stuff. But if it wasn't for you knowing the things that you know, you see that giant key? Okay. The Hierophant is my you know God card. And that's why you're in Hermit here. It's because you knew God is what allowed you to be able to survive that cracking. Okay. Or being able to even be able to say, oh my God, things are getting hectic, you know, or things are just in the middle of the chaos or whatever. But you see, this wheel is here for you. It's in the palm of your hand. You know, it's going to keep moving. It's going to keep moving forward. It's not going to go backwards. Okay? And you're going to be able to roll the dice eventually and always hit the lucky numbers, you know. All the time. You know. Every chance, you know, it's just luck, you know. It's coming your way. Like I said, things are happening because you understand. You've been through the levels of things. And you yourself, you haven't been out here being crafty and shady and deceiving and despicable about anything. You've just been you. And that is why the wheel is about to turn. Yeah. Things are definitely about to start moving in a different way or rate for you. And you'll be able to work on yourself again. That's cute. And you'll be able to work on yourself again. And either be with this person or or continue to love yourself. 9 of Cups. So whichever way it goes, you're gonna always love yourself. And that is the key. Loving yourself and not allowing the things that, you know, put you down, or the things you've been through, or, you know, the circumstances determine, you know, how balanced you are. That was beautiful. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day, wherever you are, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. You guys be good out there. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.